And here we see the trailer for Final Fantasy VII, the legendary Become Real.
Even though it's still on a computer.
It's still not real, but it's realer than it was before.
Because before it was all like really, really, really badly polygons.
We've even got some really bad lip syncing here just to prove the Japanese heritage of this game.
I love his big sword.
He's got.
Do you think he's overcompensating for something? Oh my god, this is my favourite character.
It's Anime Ving Rhames.
Oh, I love Anime Ving Rhames. He's got a fucking machine gun for an arm. I love it. Out of the way, honky boy.
This just...
and now we get to the actual gameplay.
Yeah,
and
walking and crouching.
How does he not like sliver his own arse off when he's bending down and standing up?
I imagine he's got like a really callous elbow from the amount of times he's grazed it on there. You can't lift that with skinny arms. You'd have to be as big as him to like even lift it off the ground.
And then, I like the other one, the resistance fight. Oh, hang on. I like this one. He's the fat comic relief.
It's Japanese Jonah Hill.
Triclops, lovely.
I don't know why they've got the free darts.
I don't know. Did they have that in the original? Or
yes,
what?
actually,
yeah,
I believe they did. Obviously, in the Japanese world, guns are a lot less effective than swords.
That's why the samurais are still about. That's why samurais haven't been extinct, because swords are so much better than guns.
Oh yeah, feudal Japan never ended.
No, it's still going on.
Got trains though.
All they're doing is making trains and lawnmower engines. That's all they're doing. Do you think when he went slow-mo then everyone else went slow-mo as well to accommodate? Oh, let's go slow-mo, give him a minute. The big scorpion spider bot thing.
Yeah, and androgynous teenagers all over the place.
Japan. I love Japan.
There's
the dead, wide-eyed stare of a multi-serial killer maniac.
If it helps your decision as to whether or not you like that character at all, there is a scene later on in the game, and they've confirmed this is going to be in the HD remake, where he cross-dresses.
He comes out as like a German milkmaid. Guten Morgen. In his very thick Japanese accent.
Welcome to the business club, ma'am. Right this way. Yeah. I'm here for meeting.
So what do you think about that one then? Obviously they've changed the combat system from the original.
Oh yeah, well I don't think Square Enix likes doing that anymore unless it's on their sort of smaller title games, because for some reason Square Enix have forgotten why they're famous and popular. Obviously they've gone for a bit more of an action orientated battle system, which that one from what I've seen is very similar to what they've got in the demo for Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
But from what I've not actually played the Final Fantasy 15 demo, but it feels, by looking at it, it looks quite similar to what they've got in Kingdom Hearts, weirdly enough. Just like attack, hit the X button to attack some more, do some sword things, and then you win a bit.
But like you say, they've kind of forgotten why they were famous in the first place, because they started off doing like really, really good turn-based combat systems.
Yeah, I mean,
that's kind of fallen out of favour lately, and no one does that anymore.
But the thing is, I mentioned to Robert in the podcast, Anti-Social Gamers podcast, listen to that, why don't you? They had a game released a few years ago called Bravely Default, which had that sort of classic battle time system in it. And Square Enix were surprised that it sold well.
But it's just fucking Square Enix, man. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, of course, we also have to mention, obviously, because it's a Square Enix game, it's coming out in episodic content. I will say, I kind of understand, because the original Final Fantasy game itself came out on 3 discs anyway. The fact is, but then again, you also have to take into consideration that the original game was sold at one flat price of a normal game price. It was not sold as 3 separate discs at like full game price each.
Yeah, it wasn't piecemealed out like that. And also, you've got to think of the technological aspect of it, because we've come along a lot further now, and you can get that amount of content onto one disc now.
Well, that's the thing, because if they're being faithful to the original game, because we were joking the other day about how, it costs like 5 gigabytes to download a fucking title screen nowadays. I think it's gonna be big if they were to put it all in one game. If they were to have everything they had in the original game, it would be fucking huge. Because that game's got to be at least like 80 hours of gameplay.
Jesus, is that long?
It's got to be like something close to that story-wise.
Crazy. Okay, fair enough. I can understand now the episodic angle of it as well, and paying the normal game price for it. I can get that if you're getting that much content out of it.
Well, that's the thing, because it depends on how they price the episodic. If they do price every episode at like 50 quid or something, then they can fucking suck it.
Yeah, that's
all I'll say. Because obviously, Hitman came out recently. I don't know what that was priced at, the first episode of that.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
No, that's us doing research, but whatever. As far as I'm aware, there's not a release date for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think it's scheduled for like the first episode to be this year, but they've not confirmed as to when that will be. So, Blake, do you have any words that you want to say about that trailer itself, thinking back about it before?
The trailer itself?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a lot of fun. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is, like, it's a lot of running around.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, the trailer we've always said is like the showpiece. What your game majorly consists of is what you're showing us on screen.
Indeed.
And what they've showed us mainly is a little bit of the battle system. I think, if anything, it was less battle system than it was actually...
Yeah,
you know,
this is something I'm probably
kind of running around and everything else. And there was no kind of character... You didn't see any characters talking to each other in-game.
It was all very little, all cutscene.
Yeah, and it was very. I get no sense of. I guess because it's come out before, they don't really have to go. Oh, this is the story or anything.
Yeah,
it just kind of seems like this is happening. This is happening. This is happening. Run around for a bit. Shoot this with the big black anime Ving Rhames guy. Slash this with a big sword that you couldn't lift with your tiny teenage girl arms.
Well, that's the thing. I'm probably going to discuss this a lot more when we watch the next trailer, but. There was very little, like, actual gameplay shown. Like, all that was shown was, like, a glimpse of the battle system and running around, like you say.
Yeah.
That doesn't strike confidence to me.
No.
Like, going heavily relying on the story aspect of the game, which, you know, it's considered a classic, it's considered one of the greatest games ever by a lot of people. That shows fear to me for some reason. I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's going to sell like bananas.
As I've always said to you, it's going to sell gangbusters.
But
regardless how it comes out, it's going to...
I'm nervous as to what they're actually showing us. I mean, granted, it could be a very early look, so they might not have had all that much to show us, but it looks fairly far gone.
Yeah, it looks polished.
Yeah,
the
graphics look polished to hell.
I've always said about Square Enix, though, their graphics and everything are cutting edge all of the time.
Beautiful.
The games always look beautiful.
But sometimes they go for graphics in favour of anything else.
Yeah, they'll go for graphics over everything else. Like, you've got a pretty game, therefore you don't need cohesive, strong story. You don't need cohesive, strong characters. You don't need actual good content in the game. Just look at it, you chimp. Look at it. Look at it, you chimp. It's pretty, you know.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I do worry.
I'm dubious.
Dubious, I think.
Apprehensive, maybe, about it all. I'm going on flicking through a thesaurus here. What other words could I be using? I can kind of see why they've gone the direction they've gone with it, and I can see now why they're doing it in episodes. But from that trailer, just literally showing us lots of the walking around. Like I said, the battle system. You had less of that than you did the running around. The running around was more in it than it was the combat, which seems weird.
It's like, look, you can crouch under a block.
Ta-da! Best game of the generation!
Avert your eyes or we explode this bit of wall. It's not a cutscene, so it's okay.
And I just don't know how it's all going to work out, that one.
No.
I don't know do we know how many episodes it's going to be yet?
I don't believe that has been revealed. I will flash up something if I am incorrect on that.
Out, yeah. Because I just can't see the sense in buying like a 2-hour experience 8 times over. What I'd do, if I was going to get it, is I'd wait until it was all released, buy it as one bundle, however much that would cost, and I could play it all the way through then.
That's the thing.
Rather than getting it piecemeal.
I can imagine, knowing Square Enix of today, they'll release the first episode, it'll be like £20-30 or something, and they'll charge for a season pass or something. You know, £100, you can have the entire game like as it comes out, and it, like you say, it's going to be in 8 or so parts.
Just so they can keep getting the money up on it.
Okay, so I think that's all we need to say on this trailer.
I was just going to say, I mean, the trailer looks, like I said about the graphics, it looks fantastic.
It's a very well directed trailer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously Final Fantasy VII. It's a very, very famous game, very big game.
Yeah.
People love it. People still play it on PS1 now. My kind of thinking is, though, the only reason, like, it's a HD remake, they've changed around a lot of it, but on PS3, you could buy the original PS1 game for like 20 quid and play the whole kind of original experience at your own leisure.
Yeah, I've got Final Fantasy VII on my laptop I can play it whenever I goddamn please.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's fucking ugly as sin.
Yeah,
but
all you're paying for is like that kind of graphical upgrade. So maybe that's why they showed you more of the graphics and everything else.
Maybe
because they're saying
so.
the only reason you're going to get it is because of the graphical upgrade. Everyone knows the story anyway.
On the same note, surely that would mean they'd want to show off their combat system, as that's completely new as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they'd want to show you more of that because. But I imagine there'll be a bone of contention with long-running fans that they've changed around the combat system of VII, which was strictly turn-based, to now this kind of hybrid system they're moving towards. I can imagine that was a bone of contention for some people. I think it looks slicker. It looks more modern.
Yeah.
Better, maybe not, but it looks more modern rather than going through loads of menus. But
I will say the graphic change from cutscene to gameplay. Perfect, flawless.
Yeah.
Like you could not tell the difference.
You can see the joins there.
I mean, the only obvious aspect of it is, you get the cinematic angles, and that's all. That's, as far as I can see, that's the only difference in between the graphics of the cinematic and the gameplay. So thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next trailer now. And here we have the gameplay trailer for No Man's Sky. As I said, it is a gameplay trailer, so it will be a little bit different to what we just had with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. No Man's Sky has been quite a popular game for people to talk about for a little while now. Now we're getting closer to the release date. It's actually, we're seeing a lot more of the gameplay, and it's being discussed quite heavily. So, Blake, we've watched this before. Do you have any thoughts off the bat here?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's got a very different graphical style for the last trailer we saw, but it looks gorgeous. It looks really, really well made. I mean, the soundtrack's really nice and ethereal and spacey, and it's space. Space is exciting. Space it's brilliant, and basically it's more of an exploration game, so it's not like you're not going to see any sort of combat in this trailer or anything else, but it's sheerly the exploration angles of it all, and it kind of just tries. It's very hard to translate it through the trailer to the people that don't know nothing about it, like what it's all about and what it's aiming for and what it's trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, as far as we're aware, there's not much by way of story, there's not action heavy, so an actual trailer itself, I think you mentioned earlier, it would be tricky, and it probably wouldn't really sell many people on it. So the fact they've not really gone with that, they've gone for more word of mouth marketing than anything else, because this game has spread around like wildfire.
Oh yeah, I've been really excited.
Reasons.
I mean, I heard about it a long, long time ago, and then it kind of like dwindled away, and I didn't hear about it for a while. And when it had the resurgence this year, and I heard about it more, I was like, oh shit, is that still coming out? Brilliant! I really want to play that.
It had a very heavy presence in the last E3, and it has had a bit of controversy because it's been delayed again.
But only because they've got like a small team working on it.
Yeah, it's like
I've just
10
figured out
people.
what Heredium might be.
What?
It might be temperature.
Oh,
It
right.
said minus 3.2 Heredium.
Well, we were discussing when we were pre-watching this, like, what the fuck is Heredium?
That's a cool spaceship.
Let's just not bring it up and we'll be alright.
Like, it's spaceships, it's space, man, it's exciting, I'm really excited for it. Like, oh, he's got like 1,357 units of, I don't know, space spaghetti or something.
Space spaghetti.
Space spaghetti, it looks great. I mean, because like, the big pull of this one is, it's the exploration.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like,
purely...
I'll say what I read, then you say what you read.
Yeah.
I read that on this game, you could have up to 18 billion different planets. Now, what did you hear?
Well, I heard that because of the way the game is designed,
Procedurally generated, isn't it?
it's even better than that. Theoretically, it can host up to 90 quintillion.
I don't even know what a quintillion is.
No.
It sounds exciting.
It's many above. For example, all of these stars and glowing dots that you're seeing right here, all of them is its own unique solar system. Now, it's not randomly generated like most games do. It is in a sense, but it's more mathematical equation heavy.
So some proper bright brain boxes.
Oh yeah, this is proper like fucking maths son shit. Like every planet, every
equations,
animal,
motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Algebra, bitch. Yeah, everything is in its own way randomly created.
Warp engaging. Warp, or whatever it was that we were saying.
Yeah, everything in itself is unique, and it's just one of those games of it's endless.
Yeah.
There is endless gameplay to it. However, how quickly do you get bored of, I'm just going to pick somewhere random, go there and go, yep, this looks pretty.
Well, I played Elite Dangerous for a while, which is like a very smaller scale version of this. You didn't get any kind of, they've put it in now, but you didn't get any kind of ground exploration. You didn't get any of that ground control Major Tom business. Very sad.
May
you didn't
rest
get
in
to,
peace.
You didn't get to discover wildlife, and you can. From what I've read, you can name the planets. If you discover them first, you can name the planets
and all the animals
on the planets. I'm going to call everything fuckface. Every single thing you'll see. That big thing's a fuckface. This little thing down the bottom.
You get a fuckface. You get
That's
a
a fuckface.
That's got some nice knees.
That's going to be called Creepy Long Leg Knee Man. That's that one's name. I'm going to go hog wild, naming stuff horrible names.
If you find a pig creature, can you call it hog wild?
There's the thing. I mean, the thing about this one is, this is like really technological showcase kind of stuff. This is really saying, this is the power of the PS4. Look what we can do with it. Look what we can produce with it through mathematics, son. And we can give you this beautiful, like you say, an almost, well, pretty much is an endless experience.
Yeah.
They've said if you would visit every planet in the game, it'll take you 357 years. I don't plan on living that long, so I'm not going to see the end of it.
Yeah, I'm busy.
So I'm busy in about 314 years' time, at 2:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. So I'm not going to see it all. But there we go. But it's just more about this kind of whole. This is the first thing that we've had in our console generation this year, I think probably ever, that has got scale like we've never seen it before. We always talk about scale and scope. This is scale and scope times 90 quintillion. Like, you don't get just one. Like, this is a whole universe, a whole galaxy to explore. And I think I've taken what you said into account. Yeah, after a while of seeing planet, big freaky horn thing.
That one's got 3 legs. That's cool.
That's a 3-legged long Mac Daddy or something. You know what I mean? Name it a horrible name. And you probably will get bored of it after a while, but it's something you can keep coming back to. And each time you come back to it, you pick a new direction, mate. You'll see something different, see something new.
I mean, it's probably a game that I'd play for the same reason I play Euro Truck Simulator. Just, I need to chill out. I'm going to put on a podcast. I'm going to put on some music. I'm just going to fly the space like a space hippie and just find a planet and go, that is someone's name, that fuckhead. That's cool.
I like that. I'm going to make this my home. Like, your P.O. Box reads P.O. Box 3, Nathan, care of...
Manchester United nil.
care of Kepler Prime, 14 Fuckhead Lane, as part of the Up Your Arse Galaxy. Oh, lovely, that's where I live, in the Up Your Arse Galaxy. But, I mean, it's just, like I say, and it was like, for such a small team, what they've accomplished is incredible. And it is one of those really relaxing kind of experiences. It's not combat focused, and it is a completely, I wouldn't say completely unique experience, or maybe I would. It's a completely different thing that we've never had before. And it is all about the exploration and seeing things. And like you say, you can stick a podcast on, you can like wander around like a big alien planet, and it does give you that kind of sensation of, like, when you're a kid and you want to be like a firefighter or something, or a cowboy or an astronaut.
Yeah.
This is what being an astronaut would be like. And I think
this is what we think of about being an astronaut,
Yeah.
finding the great unknown and finding new creatures and saying, I'm going to name this one Mike Penis.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to name this one Bend Over. That's what I'm going to call that one. And that one's Long-Legged Mac Daddy. Because everything's Long-Legged Mac Daddy.
Now, according... sorry, if you had more points
No, go ahead.
Now, from what I understand, there was actually 40 hours of standard gameplay in there. Mm-hmm. That's over, like, story campaign, whatever you want to call it, as well.
Fantastic.
So, like you say, like, even with the price as what it is, which we'll get onto in a second, that is quite a good amount. That's more than most games, like full AAA experiences, come out with today.
Yeah.
Now, I will get onto the price now, because it's been a spark of controversy recently. The price is at, I believe it was around £40, £40-50, or like $59.99 US dollar, which has people quite upset. Because technically, as you say, it's run by a small studio, 10 people. It's an indie game.
Which is a load of bollocks.
Which, technically, it is, but at the same time, it's heavily funded by Sony, as far as I'm aware. So, if anything, that makes it, an A title, a B title?
I wouldn't know what you'd call it.
It wouldn't be budget. I wouldn't call it budget.
No.
But, yeah, people are upset because it is the price that it is.
I think that's a load of... That's ridiculous.
I mean...
I think, because of the scope of what you're getting... You put the fucking doubloons down, mate. Like, don't be scrimping and still I want this for 20 quid because only 10 people worked on it. So? Only one person worked on the fucking Sistine Chapel, and look how much money that makes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous to think, like, it's because a small studio did it, therefore it should cost this much. Like, who's picking these prices anyway? Who decides what's this much, what's this much? That's ridiculous.
EA.
Yeah. But,
Years ago, EA said, no, the $60 price tag on games needs to stop. We're not going to do it, but someone else should.
Yeah, someone else... Oh, I read about that. Yeah, someone else can do it first and we'll follow in.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, will we? But no, because you're getting 40 hours of, like, whatever you want to call it, let's say story.
Yeah.
40 hours of, like, a story campaign. That's more than
I
most
think
games.
campaign's a better word for it, yeah.
Which is more than most games give you nowadays. I mean, look at some stuff that's come out recently. I mean, you could probably get it done in 9-10 hours.
Yeah.
All your cinematic experiences and all that
The
business.
Order 1886.
Fuck off with it. You know, that costs 60 quid. I mean, look at the equivalent of what you're paying, and then you get pretty much unlimited exploratory gameplay. I mean, the gameplay is limited into a certain kind of what you do, but you get unlimited space in which to do it in. It's like PS4's ultimate, console's ultimate sandbox, because it's never ending.
Yeah.
And for that, cause it's like almost like an MMO almost.
It pretty much is, because everyone's online at the same time.
Exactly. And so, are you paying like a £10, like with World of Warcraft, you're paying like a £10 subscription constantly every month? No. You're putting your money up front, then you've got the game, you can go off and you can play it or as much or as little as you like. Shit, so that's my phone,
right.
sorry.
That does actually worry me thinking about it, because it would have to have a fairly long-term plan so that it could keep its servers running.
That's a good point. Once the servers go, your game's dead.
That's the thing. Whether Sony, because obviously they make quite a lot of money with the PS Plus subscription, whether they're thumbing them a couple of quid every now and again just to keep the put in the electricity box. Because I imagine
it's 10p's in the meter. Get the 10p's in the meter.
I imagine all game studios like live in 1970s flats in England. I've always wondered about those electricity meters. How do they have like a strong box in them that you can't open, and someone just every now and again comes around and collects the money from them?
Yeah, British Gas crawls out of the sewers, just undoes it, gets all the money, and then crawls back in like a mole.
Sorry, we're getting little topic.
Like a little change goblin, just crawls back down into the sewer. I work for British Gas. Give me all your 10p's, poor people. Anyway, getting back to No Man's Sky. Getting back to No Man's Sky. Yeah, it could be like once the game declines in popularity, what they'll do is they'll move the servers onto, so you pay the subscription, like it goes through PS Plus. You got PS Plus, you can keep getting onto these servers. But that's like a couple of years down the line. But like I say, they must have a long-term plan with it to put that much content in it in the first place. Nathan, I ask you this: would the AAA game market really be so naive to release a game that has an infinite amount of content and then after about 6 months shut all the servers down and abandon it? I ask you, would they be so naive? That was
lightning doesn't strike twice, does it, Blake?
That's obviously a rhetorical question. Of course they fucking would. But it just looks so exciting. I mean, like I got into Elite Dangerous a lot, and that had no kind of on the ground, like boots on the ground kind of gameplay to it. And it was literally just, you get like that zen calmness of space, and you get out there and all the stars, whatever. You get around the suns and business, and you get to warp all over the place like that Star Wars Trek 5 thing, what everyone likes. And it looks incredible. I mean, obviously, it's one of those things that I think people will tire of unless they keep changing it up. So the worlds must change a lot.
Well, I mean, it has a lot more gameplay to it from what it actually showed you, because as far as I'm aware, you can have, dogfights. There are evil corporations and things, and like evil Confederacy? I'm with the Space Confederacy, son.
Wayland Yutani sort of thing,
let's just pretend there's aliens.
Yeah, there's aliens. Well, there is technically
Xenomorphs,
aliens in there.
sorry.
There's technically aliens in there, all the long-legged Mac Daddies that we saw. And all the little toothy horn motherfuckers. Like, they're all in there. But, I mean, it's just like, it's unlimited. And it's just, that's the promise.
It's too unlimited.
Well, that's kind of a bit if you're a bit agoraphobic, it can get a bit scary, I suppose. But out there in the deep washes of space, like, now where do I go? Now what do I do? It's not one of those kind of games people that, like, really like structured experiences. And there's a lot to be said about. I mean, I quite like structured experiences.
Oh yeah, I like both sides. Because I really like Half-Life, which is about as linear as you can get in a game. But I also like Minecraft.
Yeah, which is open-ended. Yeah, you do what you like in that. So I think it's one of those things. I mean, I guess I'm the same as well. Kind of like both ends of the argument. I wouldn't get it if you're expecting something that is very story-driven and very things. But that's obvious from the trailer anyway that they've not got any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they didn't do what Destiny did like gave you a couple of planets, said we've got a story, and then nothing gets explained. And
then turn around and go, what? No, the story's on the website.
Yeah, a completely separate entity to the game that you've got to go to. That's bollocks, man. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Okay, so now to the deciding factors. Blake, of the two trailers, and okay, I'm going to start adding the stipulation in there. Based upon the trailers alone, which of the two games would you have to pick? would you like me to go first?
Or like, can you go first?
I will go
first. Come back to me.
And I might shock some people. I really love Final Fantasy VII. Not as much as I like Final Fantasy VIII. It's one of the best card games ever made. But, going by the trailers alone, I said before, Square Enix doesn't show a whole lot of confidence in their gameplay itself, which, you know, in a story-heavy game, that might not be such a thing, but in a story we've all heard before, that's kind of a killer. Yeah. I mean, weirdly, of the two games, I am going to buy Final Fantasy VII, and more than likely not buy No Man's Sky, but based upon the trailers alone, simply because it showed confidence, and it showed what it, you know, it bared all and said, this is what I am, love me or hate me.
Que sera, sera.
Que sera, sera. And I'm going, okay, I'm interested in that. I'm going to have to go with No Man's Sky, purely based on the trailers alone. Like I said, I'm probably not going to buy No Man's Sky.
So your decision is mute and pointless, but...
But this is a show about trailers.
Yeah.
So based upon the trailers alone, I am picking No Man's Sky. Blake, have you come to a conclusion?
Being this is a show about trailers, I'm going to go for the Winnebago 14-footer in pearl grey. That's what I'm going for.
Hey?
Trailers!
Oh,
Go
right.
like cars! Bah! It's a joke.
Okay, end the episode here. Blake picks.
Yeah, again, based... I mean, I'm probably just going to be parroting what you just said, basically, but based on kind of like the two angles and things, and obviously I've never been a big Final Fantasy player anyway.
No. Obviously, yeah, Blake's taking a complete outsider's perspective on Final Fantasy VII.
And I mean, it looks interesting, and I might give it more of a watch and keep my eye on it a bit more, and just see if there is more branching content in there that they show you, and kind of show you more kind of like kind of confidence in the product. I'll keep my eyes on that one, definitely. But I mean, with No Man's Sky, just from the trailer alone, and the kind of thing they're doing with it, it's going to have to be No Man's Sky, because it's just everything I'm all about. Space, lasers, people you can't see. I love people you can't see. The last 8 girlfriends have been people I can't see. And I just think No Man's Sky takes it. I think it's just such more of an exciting project. And such more of an exciting kind of prospect to be behind and to be involved with. So I'm definitely going to buy that. I'll get it on disc and I'll bring it round and we'll do some No Man's Sky stuff.
Okay, so the conclusion of this episode is that based upon the trailers alone, No Man's Sky wins. I've just realised we're probably going to get some hate because Final Fantasy VII has quite a following.
That's all right.
And you know, okay, I'm just going to cut this argument off at the head. Because some people point out, they're bitching about the Final Fantasy VII trailer not having enough gameplay, yet for the No Man's Sky one, they went with a purely gameplay trailer. First of all, shut up. Second of all, there isn't a gameplay trailer of Final Fantasy VII yet.
Because there isn't any fucking gameplay yet.
No. What would they show? So shush.
So shut up.
We know what Final Fantasy VII is. It's a great game, according to me.
No, I mean, I can see the prospect, I can see the promise in it, and I can see like why it kind of captured the audience that it did, and why it did so well. But I'm just not confident from the back of that trailer. That's the only thing.
What we're saying is, this is a criticism of the trailer, not of the game. So thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for joining us this episode of Trailer Blazers. Thank you very much.
We'll see you in probably, I don't know, a couple of weeks' time. We've done 2 of these on the trot.
Yeah, probably see you in a few weeks when some more stuff comes out.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye.